because so my son's autistic, and he's had some. So he has like allergies to foods already. He's had allergies to lots of foods.
Okay.
He's allergic to egg, dairy, soy, gluten, and then he also has texture issues. So his diet is very limited to what he can eat. So when he started experiencing like abdominal pain, like he was just getting kind of like, he is a big boy, so I didn't know if it was just because like maybe he was getting a cramp from like moving too fast, or maybe it was something that he was eating, or maybe I thought, well, maybe they're feeding him something at school that maybe has dairy or something. So I wasn't sure, but then he started
When did
the pain started? He's been experiencing this pain where like all of a sudden he'll be from happy, like giggling, and he's very like always like has a very positive disposition usually. So when he's in pain, it's very noticeable. He'll usually just like kind of like crouch over and like hold his stomach and he starts trying to hit his stomach.
Oh no!
Like I guess because he's nonverbal, he starts trying to hit his stomach, to let me know that there's something wrong here. And then so it's been happening for the last I would say it started like mildly like 2 years ago. I started noticing, and then it would come and go. So then I'm like, okay, it's nothing. And then I started trying to change his diet a little bit myself, but that's been very difficult because he won't eat just anything. But also within the last 2 years, he started spitting, and at first I thought it was like a behavioral thing. I thought he was just spitting because like, I don't know, I thought maybe he was mad because I was pregnant. I was thinking maybe he was upset.
Sure.
So I was assuming maybe it was something like that, like simple like that. But he spits in himself in his sleep. And like even when he's asleep, he's spitting like big old puddles of spit everywhere. And now I've been
vomiting at all?
No, hardly ever. I don't think that there's vomiting really an issue with that. But I did talk to a therapist that sees my daughter who's also autistic. And she told me we have some older kids that we do therapy with, and there's a couple of these boys that spit too, like your son. She said, and those children, their parents took them to a gastrologist, and they told them that it was an issue with the microbiome. And she had told me, and that they had told me about like something about there being like a decreasing bacteria in the gut, and that it affects gut brain, and that their behaviors even started to improve when they started giving them like probiotics and fiber. So this last month and a half since I found out this information, I've been waiting for this referral to come in, and we've been waiting for like 3 months to see you. So I didn't know what to do because I saw my son like struggling. And then people being mean to him because he's spitting, and they don't understand that it's a medical condition.
Is it saliva he's spitting, or is it food?
And no, it's saliva. It's like he has this like a lot of saliva. It feels like because sometimes he's drooling too. He's always like and puddles like when I wake up in the middle of the night, I have to wake up and clean around his neck and everything and I have to wash his ears and his head in the morning, even if I bathe him the night before, because he's spitting on himself.
Does this happen with the pain, or is this independent?
This happens all the time, the spitting. And I know it's not his behavior because he's not trying to be bad, because like even right now when the nurse came in here to do his vitals and stuff, he had to spit, and he goes like this now because I told him don't spit on people. He spits in his shirt. So he's trying to hide it from people.
Okay.
So I don't think he can control the amount of spit that's coming out of it, that he has. And I know that it must be associated with something with what those therapists were telling me, because as soon as I started giving him the probiotics and the fiber, I mean, before he wouldn't even potty train. Like he's in pull-ups now. He wouldn't potty train. If I sat him try to take him to a toilet, he would start screaming and dropping his body.
No.
His big boy, right? And my tiny self, I was trying to like get him to the toilet. But as soon as he started taking his probiotics, and I got him some like physical support, like the toilet with the hand railing and stuff, and the bath with the bath seat with the hand railing, and as soon as I got him that physical support and started giving him these probiotics and this fiber, his behavior, like his actual like behavior, has been more willing, more complying. Now he's pooping in the toilet.
That's great.
Yeah, and he's not screaming. He like voluntarily gets into the bath now, and now he's starting to smile and giggle in the water.
That's great.
So yeah, it's really great news. And now I'm just trying to get to the next part of the spitting.
Yeah.
And I feel that maybe it is associated. I mean, you're the professional, but from what they had told me, and because I've been trying the suggestions because they're saying that it's the microbiome issue, I'm wondering, is it? Like, what I'm trying to find out why
spitting, I've never heard spitting in and of itself be caused by the microbiome, because typically with the microbiome, it's your intestine. And so spitting, is your mouth, your esophagus, and there's not microbiome in your upper GI tract. It's really, once you get past the stomach, the microbiome starts to develop.
Okay. What could be causing like the saliva? Could it be? And I also was told that, and I know maybe you could refer him out to this, 'cause I don't think it's the kind of doctor that a gastrologist would talk about, but someone told me that he might be spitting because the muscles in his mouth, maybe, and it might be also why he's not speaking. So I don't know what kind of doctor that would be to go see.
Yeah, I mean, the talking point of it would be more like a speech or occupational therapist. But as far as the
muscles, so they're saying that it's more medical, that it's not like a therapist. It would be like a medical condition that they told me that
it wouldn't cause you not to speak. I mean, certainly drooling, can have excessive drooling, and something like a medication like glycopyrrolate. This can be used to decrease your secretions. Sometimes they can inject the parotid glands. That's usually done by an ear, nose, and throat doctor, I believe. That does those things. If the medication doesn't work, typically. We can certainly trial him on glycopyrrolate if you'd like.
I would like to try something to help him with the spitting. It's not so much like, he's my son, he doesn't gross me out, but he goes to public places, he goes to school, and I've seen even bus drivers be like rude to him and trying to like, lose their cool, and then it makes me have to get up there and start, I want to go fight with this bus driver, so I'm trying to help him correct the problem so he doesn't have to go through that type of discrimination.
Of course. Yeah. Let me figure out what the dose is for this medicine. I don't know off the top of my head.
And is it like a liquid medication, or?
I think it comes in a liquid formulation.
Okay. And could I mix it like in a drink? Because it's hard to get into like a juice. Okay. And if he has any like abdominal pain, will it help with that or no?
It shouldn't help necessarily with abdominal pain. Those are usually two separate entities.
Okay.
If he's doing it because it's a side effect of pain, then there's other.
He eats too. Like I don't know. Like, you would know more than I would. Do you have that issue sometimes with abdominal pain or spitting? Like when they're eating a lot of hot sauce? Because he eats a lot of tapatio. Like when I say he eats a lot of tapatio, he wants to eat like an entire bottle with one soup. I have to pull it away from him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was thinking maybe he's eating so much hot sauce because he can't taste. Maybe like maybe it's doesn't taste spicy to him.
It could be.
Because I'm autistic too, and my daughter is, but I have a cousin, it's a boy that's autistic, and he eats a lot of hot sauce too. And I was wondering, like, can he not taste it? Because I'm the opposite. I can't eat any chili at all. Like it
burns you too quickly.
Yeah. I'm talking a drop, and I'm like, my eyes are like pretty tearing up. I can't.
Yeah, it's typically, certainly children with autism have very different sensory.
Yeah, it can be different. Yeah,
other children.
I think that he maybe is undersensitive, and I'm oversensitive. But
maybe he's undersensitive, and he needs that extra spice to feel.
Could it be why I'm just wondering why he's spitting.
Well, spitting could be a sensory. It could be a sensory issue, right?
Yeah.
And so hopefully, glycopyrrolate will decrease the saliva,
to help.
But it won't. Certainly, and probiotics will help grow and diversify the microbiome. But those could be completely unrelated to him spitting all the time.
Yeah.
Spitting could be like a tick. It could be like a tick that he does, that he's spitting all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So it's hard to, there's no test that I can think of that
and I wonder because
differentiate between
I have this issue because my type of autism is I get like allergies very easily, and I'm wondering if his throat's like bothering him that he's spitting, because I would get like that with my nose. So I'm constantly sounding like a little bull all the time because I'm sensitive to cold air. I'm sensitive to smells. So I'm constantly like bothered, like with my with nasal congestion. It sounds like.
Sure.
So I don't know if it's happening with his throat. I'm wondering, like the irritation.
Okay, so that's the dosage for it. I mean, yeah, it could be.
So what should I mean, I kind of want to like make sure that I get all angles of this to see, is there any other like maybe allergy?
Well, I think we have to try things one at a time. I think we start doing like everything.
Then we won't know what the cause is.
Correct.
Okay.
So I think the first thing we should do is try glycopyrrolate, see if we can get him to decrease the amount of saliva he's producing.
Okay.
And seeing if that helps. If it doesn't, then we can start looking at the next steps.
Okay. And that's just like all like medical medication. It's not going to affect his behavior in any way?
It shouldn't. No, it should only affect the saliva.
The saliva. Okay. I love you. Yeah, and I noticed too, like lately he's a big eater. Like he usually likes to snack on everything. He's always trying to get into the chip bags and stuff. And he's always trying to get to all the snacks, but this last like week and a half, he didn't even want to eat dinner.
Really?
And that's not like Ozzy. He loves his food. So I'm wondering, I mean, I'm not really complaining if he wants to lower his calorie intake. That'd be, good for him because he's a big boy. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know if he's feeling pain. That's why he's not eating. Oh. I think this is Rachel. Is there any lab work that would help, like, pinpoint the cause?
Of the drooling?
It's more like that we all spitting. It's not just drooling, it's like actual, like...
Well, I think the spitting might be secondary.
Oh, yes, that's right, because he's holding up the saliva in his mouth.
Yeah, I mean... Certainly, we can check thyroid. Thyroid can certainly cause issues with your hormone levels. Has he been tested for celiac disease?
No. I kind of wanted to test him for in my family, there's a genetic bone disease called Charcot-Marie-Tooth syndrome. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, sure, of course.
And I was reading just recently that, my mom had it and she was like, she lost the feeling in her legs. Ozzy, lower that, honey. She lost the feeling, lower it, Ozzy, please. She lost the feeling in her legs, and then I found out that my sister has it, and her kids have it too, and they're younger, and they have like weak legs, and
really?
And also autism, but they also have speech delay. And I read online that sometimes it can affect the speech, and I was wondering.
It can.
And he has trouble too. He's been hitting his legs, and when we're walking, and I don't know if it's because he's overweight or if it's because he is having actual like weakness in his legs. And I know that Ozzy didn't start like sitting up. He was very delayed with his motor skills. I mean, he didn't even crawl. He went straight to walking, but it was like at I would say 15 months or something like that. And he didn't do, like, I did tummy time and everything with him, and he didn't sit up until about, like, I think it was like 11 months.
Really?
He was super delayed with motor skills. And he doesn't, like, play with the, like, what would you say, like he won't push himself in the swing. He doesn't do the swing thing, you know, like on the swing, put your legs up and back. He doesn't do certain things like motor skill wise. So I don't know if there's some sort of weakness in his muscles or something. Or I don't know. That's like maybe a referral you might have to send him out to maybe. Okay. I'll put this here for now. Do I give it to the girl at the front desk?
Sure. When he has belly pain, does it get worse when he eats?
No, it gets worse when he walks.
He walks.
Yeah, like lately, because I don't drive, like we're waiting for his transportation to kick in because it was pending for a while. And so we would take 2 buses to get down to his school, and then it was like a 20-minute walk to his school from where the bus dropped us off at. And by the time we get to his school, he's walking kind of like this. And he's like going like this to his stomach, like he's super exhausted, and he can't, like, he even, like, there was even like one morning where I almost took him back home because in the office when I finally got to the school office, me and the teacher were like, he seems like he's in pain, maybe I should just take him home, because I mean I just don't know if he I see it's very difficult because he's nonverbal, and because he's autistic. I don't know if he's having a sensory issue, because sometimes when we go to grocery stores, he does the same thing, and he'll even start walking like that, like all the way back, like this, and he doesn't want to walk anymore. So I don't know if it's medical or if it's like his autism.
Which probiotics are you taking?
I brought it, but I don't think it has a thing on it. I didn't bring the box. I forget. Do you know the names of them? Starts with an L?
Purell, and there's a whole bunch of them.
One's with L.
Was it L? I'm not sure if I know what L.
I bought it from CVS. Okay. I didn't, Walgreens. Let me see if I have it in my...
What is one thing called Florida Store? That's the app.
Yeah, I think it had 2 types of probiotics in it. I think it did have that in it. That one. Let me see if I have it on me. I'm not sure. I did. I'm sorry.
Listen to you?
Let him listen to you, Ozzy. He's gonna help you. Yeah, it doesn't say it on it, but I know that it has.
Huh? It doesn't say on that.
No, it's not saying it. I threw the box away. So if you prescribe him a new one, whatever you think is best for him. Because I was just getting whatever I don't know about this stuff.
Florida's the most studied one, so it's the one that has the most studies that have shown the effectiveness of it.
For autism? Okay.
Yeah. And so I'll prescribe that one, and I'll prescribe...
I'm so shocked that the primary care physicians haven't told me anything about that. I found out on my own by like...
The probiotic?
Yeah, nobody told me about that. I didn't know about that. About, like, autistic kids needing that.
Yeah, it can be effective.
I've seen a major difference with my
some people it doesn't
son.
make a difference, and some people it does. And so it's kind of a trial and error basis based on each.
Is it more
individual
effective with
trial.
males?
The studies have been shown to be more effective to males than females.
You
now.
shouldn't.
Okay. I just feel on your neck, buddy. I'm sorry.
Let him know.
I'm
He has to check you.
Just
You
checking,
let him.
Just checking. Good
Let
job.
him. He's gonna help you.
There you go. Okay, feels
You're
good.
not gonna.
And then, do you want to do blood work for thyroid, celiac?
I think if will they do it today?
Yeah, we can do it today, or we can do it schedule another time if you want.
And what would they do? Just draw blood?
Draw blood.
Mm-hmm. Would there be someone to help restrain him because he's gonna freak out? I would need nurses to help.
There should be.
He's very strong.
Yeah, of course.
And it usually takes about like 4 nurses to help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm willing to do that if we
can at least try, right?
Yeah, let's try
if we
because
can't do it, we can try another
because it's hard. Yeah, it's hard for me to like come down and do the appointments because my daughter is also on the spectrum and she's hyperactive, and it's just me. I don't have any family support, so definitely need. Yeah, let's just get it done now.
Okay.
Is thyroid issues? Is that like genetic?
It can be. Not always, but it can be.
I like vaguely remember. I don't speak to his father anymore, but his father. I think I remember them saying that the family had like thyroid issues.
Yeah, especially low thyroid.
Do people get? Well. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, his siblings are all like his like Ozzy's uncles and aunts. Mm-hmm. They're all like large, like thick body mass, like big people. But it's not just like big, like weight wise. It seems like they're like almost like big bone. Like they're very like wide, like kind of like Ozzy, like broad shoulders, like they're really big.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that maybe.
It could be. I mean, certainly it could play a role. I mean, that's why you check it, right?
Yeah, let's check it.
Okay, so what we'll do today is we'll start him on a different probiotic called Fluorostor. Okay. Hopefully that'll help with the belly pain. We'll do glycopyrrolate, which will help with the drooling. Okay. And then we'll do some blood work to look at his thyroid, celiac, and look at his electrolytes, make sure they all look healthy.
Okay, great. Okay, wonderful. So what do we do now?
So let me get the nurse in here and she'll come in and give you your paperwork, and then we'll go out to do the blood work, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, of course. Have a great day.
Thank you. Your truck got stuck, Oz? You're focusing real hard on this game. Okay. So right now we're about to go do some blood work. Here's the doctor. So we'll find out what's going on and see what else we can find out about these behaviors and medical concerns. We'll catch you guys in a little bit.